In setting up this interview, Zoran, I think you said you're very used to shooting guerrilla style. We were trying to determine a place to shoot. So for someone who's so accustomed to doing this, and especially in LA, because that's a very, very hard thing to do here in LA. I think people in other parts of the world and country don't realize you just can't walk into a park and start shooting most places. What are the tips that you can advise other people on? In terms of how to do it, how to not get chased by security, the noise. It's an incredibly noisy town.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the noise. That's something to think about. I was surprised at film school the questions I've got, because we had a screening for film students, and we answered some questions, and I'm trying to exactly those questions. If I was a student now, if I would go back and ask whoever made the film questions that they're exactly very, very, very practical. Sort of like, how long or how would you shoot a twilight scene? It's a dialogue on a busy street between two people, and it's about 4 minutes long, and then you say, oh, well, 4 days, 2 different locations, no permits, and it's the only way to do it. And then how do you wire that? Then how do you get the sound? So like exactly, those are the good questions of nuts and bolts. But as far as LA, I mean, we shot a lot of this without permits, and people see it, and honestly, they're like, no fucking way. Yeah, fucking way. Like, it just, you kind of take a shot, and a few times we did encounter cops. It happens to, they were kind enough to, not ram us too hard, but a few times we were kind of asked to leave and stuff. But I think if you can work all that in a schedule, and you kind of say, okay, so we're shooting this, but if we do get shut down, we're picking up this day here on this. If you kind of do approach it as a possibility, I think there's enough holes. I mean, we shot San Francisco at night, pulling the car with 3 girls partying with open bottles, and the cop car just like drew around us and went chasing somebody else. yeah, San Francisco. And that was kind of cool because we all kind of lost it there. But in LA, yeah, we shot down Sunset Boulevard. We put a camera on the car straight. We shot the freeway, we shot dialogues on the freeway and stuff. So it's and we shot on the cable car. That was exactly what I'm saying. It was like, okay, we get on the cable car, you turn on the camera, we're probably gonna have 10 seconds before they tell us to leave. And that's exactly what happened. It was like a playbook. We got on, we started filming, they told us to leave, they stopped the camera, and we left. But we did get exactly enough of the footage that I knew we could incorporate into a montage, and it's in the trailer, I think.
Would you Would you scout the locations beforehand, or was some of this just like on a whim?
Most of the locations we scouted as far as LA, and we knew, the festival location. That was my first job in the US. I worked security at that High Sierra Music Festival. Like 20,000 people end up camping. It's really cool. It's mind-blowing. And we knew that, but I had no idea what we're gonna pick up on that San Francisco shooting day. It just kind of, we went with the flow. And another thing is also a smaller crew. I think people are so forgiving if it's, 3 people and an actor with a camera. You can swing so much by than if you have to drag trucks and lighting and try to set up set, So that also, I think, plays a big part, is how big the crew is. I think Ed Burns was kind of making a strong point. I can be at a restaurant with a Canon, and you can be filming a dialogue and people not even aware that you're filming it, and then just need to figure out the sound.
How do you handle innocent bystanders innocent bystanders who want to just look, and they're just curious but they're sort of in the way? How do you?
Yeah,
just
I think
incorporate them into the scene?
Yeah, it happened a few times, definitely. We're like, okay, you are part of this now. But they mess up so many shots, and it kind of comes with it. So as long as you try to I don't like advices. I'm horrible with it. But if you can prepare yourself for a list of things that could happen, and then try to extend it and extend it and extend it, that's a good way to approach it, because all these different things. I mean, honestly, put on a list might premiere by be assassinated that day. You know what I mean? Because it did happen.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's and then cops stop and take your camera because, you know, the country's going crazy. So like, plan on the crazy, and then if it doesn't happen, you had a great day. And that's how I approach it from now on.
So plan for utter chaos and work backwards?
Oh yeah, definitely plan on the chaos. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely plan on the chaos.